this lecture, we will discuss different components of the applications of ICT. Like we introduce what is computers, we introduce few units, CPU, and system concepts. Introduction to computers. So, what is the basic definition of computers? So, this is an electronic machine for processing raw data and convert that raw data into a useful data, so which is known as an information. So, the basic component, it has input, process, output, and storage. And there are many applications where you can use the computers, like businesses, healthcare, education, and engineering. That is the flow graph, or you can say it's a block diagram of the given different components. Like you can see, so that one is the central processing unit, which contains the control unit, arithmetic and logical unit, and registers where you store the informations. Arithmetic and logical units contains the operands, like you can do addition, subtraction, multiplication, or you can compare the different things. It also has a main memory and it also has a secondary memory. We will discuss what these memories are in the incoming lectures. It also has input devices where you give some input commands to the computers so that the computer may perform some tasks, and that is the output devices as well. So you can see the results on the based of the inputs, what you have given the inputs to the computer, and the computer performs some process and give you the output on the output devices. So what about the modern computers? So we all know that the modern computers are digitals. So digital means that the digits that you are representing the information in the form of digits. Like if for a simple example, we can say that if you have two digits and you can combine to make data like 0 or 1. So you can see the personal computer, which is an example of a digital computers. You can see that the processor, the monitor, and it has a speaker and the keyboard. So this is very simple example of a desktop computers. So we also have the example of older computers, and you know that the older computers were analog. Like you can have a range of values which are going to make the data. And this picture you can see, this is a mechanical computers. Like the computer works based on some few mechanical gears. Physically you can see that the computer is very big and the processing is very slow as well. We also have a few more example of older computers which were analog. Like you can see a more manageable type, the old fashioned sliding rule, like you are sliding the inner side roll, and you can keep you can measure the value on the outer side. Like you can keep sliding the roll and you can find what are the values at a particular measurement. Evolution of computers. The very first computer, the first generation of computers, that's basically based on the vacuum tubes, and then the second generation is based on the transistors. We will see what are the transistors. So like you are basically converting the vacuum tubes to a small chip like the transistors, and then the transistors to the third generation, so which is the integrated circuits. And then the fourth generation is based on the microprocessor, and then the fifth generation, which is based on the AI and modern systems. So we have mostly the computers are for the individual use. Like the computers can be shared by multiple users but can be used by only one user at one time. Like the one user can use at one particular time, but the same computer can be used by different users. Like here from the picture you can say that many kind of computers can be shared by multiple users but can be used by only one person at one time. Similarly, although the PCs are used by individuals, they can also be connected together to create networks. Like while using the same computers, different people can be connected together through different networks. Like using any topology, the different computers can be connected whether they are in the same building or they are out of the campus or they are within different cities or within the country are worldwide. So different computers can be connected together to form a network. So the very first type is, we know, the computer is the desktop computers. Like in the picture you can see you have desktop computers here, you have desktop computers here, and then you have desktop computers here. So like the most common type of computers, so that is the desktop computers. And the thing is that they sit on the desk or the floor. Like the desktop computers need a standing tables or need a particular place to sit on, and you can perform a variety of tasks using the desktop computers. Like you can see that the kids can play using the desktop computers, and you can see that the people are working over there, or you can see that the someone is doing some more important work using the desktop computers. So the desktop computers have different design type. Like here this picture shows that the desktop computers is a design, so which is where you can see that the CPU is placed horizontally, and then you can write the monitor either on top of the CPU or on the side of the CPU, but the CPU is placed horizontally. But on this picture shows that the CPU is placed vertically, so you can see the horizontal design and the other is the vertical design. Similarly, rather than the simple computers, you have more powerful computers where you can perform different tasks, such as you can use heavy tools for designing a specific for machinery. Maybe you can design a car using a specific tools. Maybe you can design some other like graphics. So that is why you can call the name of that type of computer is workstation. So workstation means these are a specialized computers. So workstation means these are the specialized computers. So these are optimized for science or graphics. So they are more powerful than a simple desktop computers. So you also have some notebook computers. Like you can see that the people are sitting anywhere and they are using their small notebook computers. So the good thing is that they are small portable computers. You can take them anywhere with you. The reason is that they are lightweight, and the weight of these computers might be between 3 and 8 pounds. And the second thing is that you can use these computers without electricity because they have their installed batteries. So and then you can perform different tasks while sitting anywhere. You also have a tablet type of computers, like very small tablets, and these are the newest development in portable computers. You can take these tablets anywhere with you, so you can give the input through a pen, and you can run a specialized version of office products. The others are the handheld computers or palm computers. So these are again a very small computers, and they are also used for specific tasks. Like they are very small computers, and they can be used as a personal digital assistants. So you can take some notes while you can perform some contact management. Also the data that you have stored on these palm computers, that data can be synchronized with a desktop computers. See, the other example is the smartphones. So like here you can see a very old smartphone as well. So the thing is that these are hybrid in nature. Why these are hybrid in nature? Because you can place a phone call, and at the same time you can use these computers as a personal digital assistant. You can use them for the web surfing, you can use them for the email access, you can use them for audio video conferencing. So that is why, so they are also known as a hybrid computers. So what are the benefits of the computers in society? like they have more impact than any other inventions, like they have changed the work and leisure activity, like the people are sitting in their home, they are using the computers and they are doing online jobs, so they are using the computers, they are doing some online transactions, they are using the computers, and they are doing like many different tasks, because you can use the computers for the dishwasher, you can use the computers for any complicated task to make your life easy. So the other thing is that the computers can be used by all demographic groups, like anyone else sitting in America or sitting in Europe or sitting in Pakistan, in any country, if any background, they can use the computers. The computers has a no different like a specific task that only the few genes can use the computers. So it means that everyone can use the computers without any specialized knowledge. So without any knowledge, they can even use the computers. The computers are important. Why they are important? Because they provide a lot of information to the users, and sometimes the information is critical to our society, and then you can manage the information while using the computers. So like you have different type of information, and sometimes it is very difficult to manage the information, while you can use these computers and save the time and save the money, and you can use these computers to manage all these type of information on one place. The other benefit of using computer is like as varied as a user, like depending on a different type of user, you can get benefit. Like you can see this person is a disabled, while sitting at home that person can use the computers to perform different tasks. And here you can see that it's like sitting on a table and booking an appointment, or taking the patient records and getting all these information. So, like here you can see. So it means that the benefits of using computers are as varied as the people who use them. Like the doctors can use the computers to access different type of informations, and similarly here the peoples are using the computers for performing their own tasks in different way while sitting in different places. So like it is very easy to perform different type of tasks while using the computers. And the computers are at homes. Like many homes have multiple computers, and most homes have internets, and computers are used for mostly for the communications. Although the computers can be used for different type of tasks as well, but mostly in the society the people are using the computers to perform different communications while sitting at home. And what the computers at home, they can be used for different things. While sitting at home the people are using the computers to perform business meetings, to perform even online business, to perform the e-commerce. Like they can use the computers for their entertainment, like they can download movies, they can watch movies. So similarly the kids sitting at home, they can use the computers for their school work. Similarly the people are sitting at home, they can manage their finances while using the computers at home. And what about the computers in education? You know that the computer literacy is required at all levels. So many schools have started the computers at their schools for the kids in early classes. Like the kids from class 1, they have started using the computers. So it means that the computers in our daily life is very necessary. So that is why everyone is using the computers, so that they can understand, they can get well aware to the computers. So computers are everywhere in the society. Computers in small business like make business are more profitable, and so that is why the other reason is that allows owners to manage their business. And what about the computers in society? So computers are used to design products like assembly lines are automated, or you can design different type of antenna while using the computers. You can design different type of automation while using the computers. You can use different type of buildings maps while using the computer. So the computers are very beneficial to the industry as well. What about the computers in governments? Like the government is also getting much benefits from these computers. Like it is necessary to track data for populations, and also the police officers are getting any information about any user using these computers. And tax calculation department is also getting the information about tax calculation and collections. Or you can say that the government were the first computer user. What about the computers that are used in healthcare? So you can see that the computers are also very important in healthcare centers, like many hospitals, or you can say all of the hospitals are using latest machines for the for the diagnosis, for the investigation, for the analysis. Like new treatment is also possible. Scheduling of the patient has improved. Delivery of the medicine is also safer while using the computers, because doctor can have the whole history of any patient in one place.